half brother. So Warren G had a little rapping in him because the nigga would be stealing all the Dr. Dre raps before they came out and be rapping the motherfuckers. So he was dope as fuck. And then at the same time, we was all learning how to rap. So we was all just figuring it out. And the ones that could rap ended up connected. So me and Warren G connected again when my mother moved to North Long Beach to 61st Street, where that's when I started selling dope. And I went to Jordan High School in North Long Beach, and me and Warren G connected that year and formulated a little, little clique. And then I introduced Warren G to Nate Dogg because me and Nate went to Poly together. And then we became 213. And that's when our journey began as far as like trying to make music and not sell dope, not do robberies, not do nothing that's going to jeopardize us making it in the hip hop game.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Now, when you were, I already know, but when you signed to Dr. Dre, did you ever think that you would be in the game this long? What year is this right now? 2020.
20.
I
Mm-hmm.
think the first time that I heard, I was in MDC. Let me tell you this here. I was in MDC with Harry. We was cellies, right? And we talk shit to each other. We got a little competition, but it's friendly competition. Nothing like, we ain't mad at each other because the other one do good, but I don't want him to outdo me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he said, yeah, man, we got this record coming out with Snoop and Dr. Dre on it. And they packed me up the next morning. Like right before y'all had just finished that record, they packed me up. So I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, like 2 days later, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, hitting the pen. I go to the TV room, turn on BET with the fellas, and here you is. 187 on the undercover cop. And the TV room go bananas.
Like that?
I said, that motherfucking Harry-O and Death Row. So now I gotta find me a group. Hey, y'all had lit that motherfucker up, man. So we always had that little friendly competition, but it's been something to sit back, and watch you and Warren and Nate and Dre and really just the whole West Coast, because y'all just, you just open up the doors for just so many people. The East Siders came after that, and the Dub Shack, and it just kept coming and kept coming, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody in the pen was proud of y'all from the West Coast.
Let me tell you what we did that y'all may not have known about. We did something called the Western Conference, where we brought everybody together to end all their beefs on the West Coast. And that was a great day on the West. And I initiated it with Steve Harvey and a couple of, key figures that was in hip hop to try to get some resolution with the Suge Knight Death Row thing, because we was just, tired of all of that negative energy. And it was a beautiful day, and it all came together. And from that day on, you started to see more Bloods and Cripps rapping together, hanging together, going to neighborhoods. And through that, I'm looking at like how Nipsey and YG was best of friends, how all these young rappers can go to different neighborhoods and associate and do videos and, become real friends based off of that day. Based off of us saying, you know what, we tired of it. We're going to step up and make it move, because we're the G's out here. And if we keep the negative going, y'all only going to breed negativity. But if we stop it now, we're going to breed positivity.
Yeah, because there's been too many of us get killed in this Bloods and Cripps civil war that's been going on.
And we all family.
Absolutely. Well, I remember when the Bloods and Cripps used to play football against each other. I remember when the first Blood that I ever heard of got killed by a Crip at Manchester Park over a football game. So y'all putting that together definitely was a benefit to the community, and we need to continue that kind of stuff. One of the things that I'm big on with us is that we have to create opportunities for these youngsters. Otherwise, they're gonna continue to do it. I mean, anytime a man don't feel economically that he can make a living for himself, that he can have a car, that he can have some nice clothes, and bring something to the table when he come home. Because if you don't feel like a man at home, you don't care what happened. You don't care if you die. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming up, Snoop, I didn't know if I was gonna make it to 24. You know, because I didn't see no valuable way for me to ever be relevant until the dope gang came along. And even with that, you know, walking around with that pistol all the time is definitely a life or death situation.
Right. But I think for the youth nowadays, they got so many advantages that we didn't have. And it's just about awareness and capitalizing. And one thing I want to bring to their attention is that there's a lot of money involved in video games. And video games used to be like a hobby, or your mom and dad used to get mad at you because you spent many hours playing video games. But now there's so many kids and adults being paid to play video games, to stream video games, to play in tournaments, championships. Some of these guys are making anywhere between $100,000 to $200,000 a year based off of them playing video games. So that's another skill that a lot of kids in the hood have and don't realize that they can get paid off of it. Then there's a thing called where you're actually creating the game, where you're actually, you know, coding. It's called coding, where you learn how to create video games and make video games. You take specific classes that can hone your skills at creating video games and working on games. And that's the other side of the spectrum that we're not really looking at or being brought to our attention. But there are millions of kids that don't look like me or you that's getting a lot of money. And then there's hundreds of kids that look like me and you that's getting a lot of money. So it's just a matter of awareness. And I'm going to be one of the guys that's going to, you know, create some of that for the kids so that way that they can get more acquainted with it and know that it is available to them and they can play video games and get paid for it.
Well, you know, I told you about a guy that contacted me, and he wants you to get involved with him. He has a platform for video games right now, and he had asked me if I would put y'all in contact. I don't know, you know, everybody hit me up like, man, tell Snoop this. If I told you everybody who contact me about you,
hey Rick, you got to be old school with it though. They gotta pay to play though, cuz. Fuck that. It ain't easy getting the dog on the line, nigga. Y'all got to kick in, nigga. If you're gonna be hollering at Ross, nigga, you gotta put something pat his pockets, nigga, before you even get to me, nigga. Quit playing.
I already told him.
I'm saying it for you, nigga. You ain't gotta say nothing. I'm saying it for you, nigga. I don't want to hear nothing until they took care of you. You hear me?
I'm gonna let them know. They heard it right now. So whenever they hit me, I'm gonna take that little clip and put it on the button and say, man, this is what Snoop said to tell you, man.
Yeah, you take care of Ross before you can get to me, man.
Hey, I want to know, man, which one of them albums is your favorite? I already think I know which one, but which one of them albums is your favorite, man?
Which one is my favorite?
Yeah.
Probably the Blue Carpet Treatment.
The blue carpet treatment?
Yeah, I fuck with that album. That album was hard, man. That shit was gangster. We was in the studio on Cahuenga called the Crip Kitchen. We had bought that motherfucker. Me and LT Hutton, we went half on the studio. They made that motherfucker a restaurant now. It's right next to the Dream Hotel. But that studio was like, it was the shit. It was like, it was flawless, and the music that we made in there was timeless. It's like the Blue Carpet Treatment. It felt so good because I was working with, you know, my niggas. I had Battle Cat, Quick, and Dre, and all kind of niggas. Superfly, I had all kind of niggas on that project, and it just felt good.
Yeah. You know, I used to talk to young Superfly when I was in jail too.
For real?
Yeah. Fly used to tell me he's like, man, I'm working at the ice cream parlor right now, but my record finna come out, man. Yeah. But it's just so many of y'all, man, Daz and Corrupt and
yeah.
You know, like,
man, we try to put as many on as possible, man. Like the unselfishness of the West Coast artists goes, you know, sometimes without acclaim. But West Coast artists always putting somebody on. You never see a West Coast artist all about themselves. It's never been like that. We've never been selfish. We always, and I'm talking about the big dogs, like the ones who make it to the top. When a big dog get on, if it's Dre, if it's Snoop, if it's Cube, if it's E40, Short, whoever it is, he gonna put 30,000 people on to try his luck at giving them a shot. You know,
No doubt.
if they make it, cool. If they don't, he gave them a shot.
Get another job.
Right.
If you didn't make it, it wasn't my fault.
Don't get mad at Don. Don't get mad at Don King because he still got his money.
Yeah. You know, Cat was on here the other day and he was talking about how much he enjoyed working with you and the first time he got one of them Dr. Dre checks.
Right.
He said he couldn't believe it.
Well, Battle Cat is a true soldier, man. Like, he been really putting in work for the coast for a long time, for the culture, and he's one of the guys I really go to when I need that thing. You know, when I need one of them do it floors, I'm quick to call him. You know, even if I get a track from somebody else and the track is banging, if I feel like Battle Cat can add something to it, I have him mix it and add some shit to it, just because I feel like he knows how to capture the tone of Snoop Dogg, the whole essence of the track.
Yeah. Battle Cat, that West Coast sound is just crazy, you know, from that banging on wax to the
Come on, nigga, that banging on wax was hard. The blood side, I always tell a nigga the blood side was way harder than the Crip side. They must have cornered you, nigga, and made you. Yeah, them niggas all the heat. Them niggas shit was banging.
Now when you did your first tour, what was that like?
It was crazy because we went overseas. We went to like London and Japan and different countries, and just to see the effect of how people that didn't even speak your language knew your songs, and
they
how.
Got a ghetto boy from Long Beach in London.
For real? Ross, man, this shit is crazy. When I went to Japan, my nigga, them niggas picked me up at the airport in lowriders. There was about 40 motherfucking Japaneses in lowriders, and all them niggas had braids and Pendletons and khakis and Chuck Taylors on. So I swear to God, nigga, them niggas was West Coast the fuck out. I was like, damn, this shit rubbed off like that?
Wow. That shit had to be just like mind blowing, man. For a youngster.
It is, man. To come from Eastside Long Beach and to know that your influence has traveled way to Japan, to where you see 17-year-old Japanese kids don't speak no English with a Snoop Dogg tattoo on his arm, know all the words of my song, then the motherfucker don't even know how to ask me for an autograph at the end.
Yeah, I could just imagine, man. You got to take me on one of them trips with you, man. When you do that,
man.
You know,
so we're able to fly to friendly skies, we out.
Japan.
I don't know about you. We gotta make sure they straight over there first. We gotta make sure every country is straight before we able to rock and roll because of the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Once we make sure everybody is straight, then we get to it like we do it.
Man, speaking of that, what you think about them letting us out so soon? And then really Atlanta, man. You know, Atlanta was the last one to go in and the first one to go out. And then Snoop, what I tripped off of too is they gave them $1,200. They gave them stimulus checks. They gave them the stimulus checks, and then the next day they let them out.
Because they knew they was gonna spend them. See, but that's psychology. Like, you gotta understand the dynamics of what's going on. Is it a pandemic or a plandemic? You know, so it's so much speculation and so much train of thought. That's why you got to be smart with how you move and when you move and why you move. Like, it's hard to be disciplined, but at the same time, it's like you don't know what's out there. So the best thing you could do is try to, follow the rules and regulations and make sure that everything is 100 before you walk out, not 75% or 45%, because, it may be some, test dummies going on right now.
Now, one of the biggest accomplishments that I saw you do, man, as far as business goes, is hitting that ball out of the park with Martha Stewart. How you pull that one off, homie? Because if that ain't, I mean, Snow White. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, how you pull that one off? Martha
it's a genuine friendship. It's a genuine friendship, Ross. It's like when you finally get around people and you start talking to them, and you see you like the same things they like, and you build up a camaraderie and you build up a bond, and it's like, you know what? I like you. I can hang out with you. Let's try to figure something out. Let's do something together. Let's do something else together. Let's do something else together. Then before you know it, you're doing it. It's like it becomes repetition because it was like I needed that in my life like she did. She needed a friend like I needed a friend. I needed a friend that was different than the average Snoop Dogg friend, the nigga that did 25 years or the nigga that, is an athlete or entertainer or somebody that's doing this or that person. I needed somebody that was completely different but just the same. So that way I could tap into who I am and not be afraid to grow as a person.
Yeah, but it just seemed like to me that y'all was from two totally different environments. Like I don't know. It just seemed like how could Snoop pull that one off, man? To meet somebody that background. I mean, I know she went to jail for the I think it was insider trading or something like that there. But other than that, she was squeaky clean.
Well, so, it's something about this West Coast this swag that we got, this approach that we have, this this love, this energy that we present, that's very approachable. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we don't come off as violent or aggressive. We come off as cool. We are the what my homie used to say when we used to coach football. He used to say we are the silk glove that covers the iron fist. You never see the iron fist because we keep the silk glove over the top. But if you force me to, I'll slide that silk slip and pull that iron fist on you so quick, so fast. So it's just a matter of approachability. The way she's able to approach somebody like me that's like able to have fun, smile, laugh, kick it, and not be so politically correct and try to be so hood, so gangster, so thuggish, but just be me.
Right. And I imagine once she went to jail too, she kind of saw that it was a different side to the world, that it wasn't all what some people make it the seem like it is. That sometimes they cross people up that don't need to be crossed up or that shouldn't have been crossed up.
Right, but she stayed down. She pled the fifth, didn't say a word, did that. And when she got in there, a lot of people, put their love around her for keeping it 1,000. Like, she didn't get on the witness stand. She didn't point no finger. She didn't do none of that. She rolled it out. Like, that's the key to be able to stand up and, stay down for what you down for. You know what you signed up for. So, take it on the chin and keep it moving.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Now, they've been doing all these battles on the internet, man. I think Teddy Riley went against Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to battle in the industry?
Well, who want to battle me? That's a better question.
Yeah, it say any comers, huh?
Snoop Dogg versus anybody.
No doubt, no doubt. And I don't believe nobody gonna step up to the mic, because everybody, if they do, everybody gonna be watching to see what they bring to the table, man. So we definitely.
It's a lot of people that could do it, because there's a lot of rappers that got enough weight to, handle the whole weight. So I think it'll happen. It'll happen real soon. So just be on the lookout.
Hey, my boy Echo say to tell you that he'll quit smoking weed once you quit smoking.
All right, I just quit.
Hey, that ain't gonna never happen. So what you got coming up, dog?
I just dropped a single called "I Want to Go Outside" with my new video. Because everybody locked in right now, so I had to make a song based off of what I think everybody feeling. Everybody want to go outside, but stuck in the house. So when the time is right, we will go out.
No doubt, no doubt. Another question I want to ask you. I know you probably don't know this number, man. I know your league has sent so many youngsters to college. You got any estimate of how many kids that you have helped go to college from your football league?
Ooh, I believe it's somewhere between, I'm gonna say, and this I'm probably lowballing. I think it's somewhere between 50 and 100.
15 and 100?
No, 50 or 100.
Oh, more than that? I know more than that, Snoop.
I know I'm lowballing. I don't have the stats, you know what I mean? I would rather come in low than come in high and be like, oh, man, I just sent 17 million kids to college. Like, nigga, there ain't even that many colleges in the world.
Yeah, I know so many kids that that I met that came through your league that told me that they played in your league, and I know that's over a couple hundred that I know right off the top that I've saw.
Right. And a lot of them, Rick, didn't make it in football. A lot of them made it in life. And that was the key that they could pursue life, because football has a cutoff date, and only a chosen few or a certain amount get to make that. But in life, anybody and everybody can make that. And that was what we was teaching them. We was teaching them football skills and life skills. And I was actually a coach that was physically out there and really had my hands on the kids and in their ear and coaching and staying up all night, game planning and checking on them and making sure they did good in school and making sure their finances was okay and that they was mentally stable. So it was a lot going on with me and my staff and, you know, the board and everybody at the SYFL, as far as like making sure that we was putting the right energy into these kids, because at the end of the day, they're going to represent what we put in them. You know, if we did the wrong thing, it'd be, how many kids you sent to the pen out your league? About 17,000. No, we got the numbers of sending kids to high school, to college, to, you know, doing better things in life, and then coming back and helping coaching and working with us and, you know, staying connected to the community.
No doubt, no doubt. Are we ever gonna get another Snoop and Dr. Dre album?
Man, I was talking to Dre today. He cooking. You never know. Hopefully, I can shake up the shiver and make him get cracking like that. Because, you know, I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, I know. He stayed in the studio last time I was up at his crib. He was building that new studio, and they was in there cooking in the studio when I was up there.
Yeah,
so
it's
I know
done now.
already.
It's done. It's done now.
He got so much heat.
Man, please believe him when I tell you this.
Huh?
Please believe him when I tell you this. He got a lot of heat. That's the good doctor.
I remember when you had got you had called for me about 8 months ago. I mean 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you was gonna do the movie for that. You had hired a guy to write the script.
Yep.
And me and the guy had sit down and we'd start writing.
Soren Baker.
I don't know where they came up with it, but we was working on that script about 4,800.
I gave it to Bill Duke. And then once I gave it to Bill Duke, we doubled back and Dr. Dre got wind of it and Dre loved it. So Dre wanted to produce it. So we got Dre producing it, Bill Duke directing it, Soren Baker wrote it. We just need to present it now. So when the time is right, we'll be able to present it and get it done.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant idea because, you know, when I was growing up, 4,800 was always like a myth to me, and also something that you think you want to do. You know, I wound up in 4,800.
Nigga say you think you want to go there till you get your ass up in there and be like, nigga, get me out of here.
Yeah, man. I was trying to get out of the worst way, man.
That's the worst. See, what niggas don't know was that was the worst of the worst. That's what the hardest of the hardest. The worst gang members from every Crip hood was in that motherfucker, thrown in there, sandwiched together, and it was they made their own motherfucking rules.
And you know, the police put me in there. You know, I had that task force that was the freeway task force, crooked motherfuckers, playing dope motherfucker, beat me. All them scars in my head come from a flashlight therapy. You know, that ain't with nobody on the street hit me in the head with no flashlight.
No, that's all police work right there.
That was all police work. And what they did is they threw me in 4,800 and thought I was gonna get served up in there.
But didn't know that you was connected with every Crip nigga in there because you served everybody, nigga. You was the one, not the two. What the setup do, nigga? They gonna set up Ross, nigga. Get out of here with that shit.
Hey,
yeah, but see, niggas don't understand the triggeration that niggas had to go through being locked up. Like niggas is weenies nowadays. They don't understand that being locked up and being from a certain neighborhood or a certain city, you couldn't even run from it. Niggas would call you and be like, "No, come from the hood. He got to come up in here."
And they grabbing you.
Yeah, you couldn't even walk the main line. It wasn't no regular shit like that.
Nah. And then what I didn't like about it mainly though, man, is when you go to court, you handcuffed and shackled up, you know, when everybody else is walking around with their hands free, and it was a cold lick, man. But what I did like about it is when you made the trustee, you got to visit all day long. So you know, I was in
Lord
the visiting
mercy.
room some days all day.
Nigga was eating that good food, eating them good burritos out there. Them stuffed burritos, and they eat good.
Snoop, they was cooking off the bed. They had took the bed and made bonfires up on the bed and was cooking hamburgers. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Hey,
Was the hamburger good? Was it good though?
I didn't eat that shit, Snoop. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I just couldn't see eating off no bed. I still, you know, I was still fresh off the street. So I was like, man, I just come from Tony Romo's, man, on the bed, man.
What year did you start eating that shit? How long did it take you to break down and be like, you know what, fuck it, cuz, let me get a piece of that hamburger?
You know, it don't take but a month or two. You know, you get hungry. Because, you know, in there, they should give you what they call the juju ball. Where they take
when they put all that shit together?
In one ball.
Oh, bruh. And just give you that to eat?
That's your meal. Either you eat that or you die up in there.
What about a store? You couldn't get no corn nuts and no motherfucking beef jerky.
Back then, yeah, they had that, but the store was just all garbage. You know, wasn't nothing nutritious. You know, you gonna really, you know, tater chips. You know, I think they had sodas then, but it wasn't nothing where you could really like feel like you ate a real meal.
Corn nuts, top ramen.
When I was in there, they had a riot. You know, the '60s took off on the police in there one day in the chow hall, and man, it was ugly up in there. You know, they coming in with the riot gear and everything, and locked the whole, you know, 60 section down. Petey Wack was in there, Big Cat. It was crazy, but it ain't no place. But that movie, I do feel like that movie needs to be done. When you hit me and told me about it, I thought it was something that definitely should be put together. So I hope that we still put that thing together, man.
That's a done data, and much respect to Petey Wack and motherfucking Big Cat. Both of them niggas fuck with me when they was on the streets. And both of them niggas riding with us, you understand me? And his little brother Mustafa.
For sure. Is it anybody in the industry that you would work with, that you want to work with, that you haven't worked with already? I mean, you don't already work with some of the greatest in the business, but maybe it's somebody with some talent that nobody know about, that you feel if you and him put your heads together, or her, that it would just be like, ooh wee.
A new artist, I like Snow Allegra. She's dope. Snow Allegra. She got some dope ass music. And then as far as like somebody that I've really been wanting to work with for a long time, Sade. I'd love to do a record with Sade.
Oh, that would be dope. That would be right. Sade just dope.
That's what I'm saying. It's real smooth in pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, she from that era that you know, she can't miss. I don't think Sade ever missed. Man, you know, a couple weeks ago, man, I get a call, right? And it's from your son.
For real?
Yeah, you know the one that used to play football?
For real, Dirty Deal.
Yeah, he told me, he said, man,
he's a filmmaker now.
He said, I'd rather make films than play football. I say, you know what, nephew? I don't blame you. Yeah, so we chopped it up for about 30, 40 minutes, man, and you know, you should be proud of him.
Thank
because
you, bro.
he got his head on right.
Yes,
and and you know he want to make you proud. So
yes, sir.
be looking for some great things to come from him. He seems like he's a hard worker, and he tries to get to the bottom of everything that he get to. You know, he got your brother-in-law to talk, so
that's why I was like, damn, cuz I don't know how you did that, cuz he old school. You know, old school niggas don't have nothing to say.
No, especially not who
they not with the interviews, they not with none of that shit, nigga. My life is my life, nigga. I'm not nothing, nigga.
Yeah, and you know he the boss. You know who is the boss.
Right.
wherever he the boss. He gonna run it.
Right,
that's my boy. That's my boy. So I was shocked when he told me that that Hootie was helping him do the life story, and I think it's gonna be a hit as well, because they got a whole lot of interesting stuff that happened in their life, and another one of them California stories that definitely need to be told.
Right. And thank you for helping and being a part of it. And eventually, we get to the woo wop, to the woo wop. You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no question. I ain't worried about that no way though. We gonna get to the woo wop and the woo wop anyhow. You know what I'm saying? In so many different ways. Just with us as black men working together and networking and socializing means so much to me that people wouldn't even understand, man. I was in New York about right before this virus broke out, and you hit me, and you say, me and you gonna get some money together. And I was like, damn, man. Snoop recognized. And it made me feel so good, man, that I'm going to have an opportunity again. We already had started doing the movie together, but now we finna really get some bread together. Especially in this marijuana.
But that's what it's supposed to be. It's legal, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They took it from you this time. Now you get to take it right back.
For real. And they can't never come and take it.
Right. See, that's what you do. When you plant those seeds, your little home is supposed to grow. So when you come home, we're supposed to be able to give you a flower, because it didn't grow into that. Eat your flower while you're here. Here you go. Now get back in the game and now do it this way, and do it with your Fortune 500 mind. But now maximize the strength of us being on the right side of the ball.
Real talk. Real talk. Before we leave, man, can you give the youngsters a little wisdom, something to grow on? Not only for getting into the music industry, but just maybe that they could just use in life. Something that you leave with the football players that you have instilled in so many other people coming up under you. The Nate Doggs, the Corrupts, the Dads. I mean, I know so many people that you have given jewels to. Can you give them a little wisdom before we end?
Yes, sir. Well, I like to hit them with what I used to give my football team. My homeboy Wayne had created this. It's the 3 Ds. It's dedication, discipline, and desire. When you dedicate yourself to the craft that you have the most passion for, then you find yourself practicing. You find yourself a routine. It's muscle memory that becomes what you are. Discipline. To be able to have the discipline to stick to the script. To be quarantined right now. To not want to jump out so fast and spend that $1,200. To want to be sharp enough to know that, let me discipline myself and only be around people that's going to better me. Let me discipline myself and only do things that's good for me. Desire. To have the desire to want to be great means that you got to put in that work. Means that you got to go study those before you, whatever it is you're trying to be great at. If it's a doctor, a lawyer, a rapper, an athlete, there's somebody that came before you. Study the greats. Study what they did in order to become great. Take a little bit of that and instill it in yourself, and that's how you make it work. Dedication, discipline, and desire.
Thank you for that, dog. I wanted to show you. I know you ain't seen my marijuana products, but I had to show it to you.
Well, send mine over here, man. I'm waiting.
I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring that to you. I'm gonna get that book to you. You ain't saw the 21 Keys. It's my new book. It's about my first 6 months. I'm gonna bring that to you. You already got this one here, though.
I got that. I've been had that. Come on now, I got that.
You got that one at the golf course.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna get the other two to you. Also, we got the T-shirt. The LA Kingpin T-shirts is out. And,
pushing that line.
I'm gonna get you a whole package and get it by there to you. Been a little slow with this virus going on, but I'm gonna definitely get by there to you, man. And I need you to help me with the international weed game. We
I
talk
told
about
you,
that.
I'm Pablo Escobar on this shit for you. I got you.
All right, all right. Hey, give the whole family my regards. You know,
Right back at you.
got that, and you know, man, let's put our heads together when this thing in, and let's take over this weed business, man, and make a couple $1 billion.
Let's get it, man, while the getting is good.
Thank you, baby. I
Love
appreciate you.
you, OG. I love you, cuz.
One love.
Thank you, OG.
Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we be grinding, man. We trying to bring everybody together, all the power brokers. That's my goal, is to get all the power brokers together and do something dynamic. Y'all, thank Snoop for coming out, you know, sharing his time with us, because, you know, Snoop get a lot of money for doing this. You know, anything he do, they want to pay. And we appreciate him coming in, sharing his time with us, sharing the wisdom. And, you know, if Snoop Dogg can read it, you can too. And even though he ain't read this one, you heard what he said, bring it by to him. And don't forget the LA Kingpin. It's out right now in stores. You can go to our website and find out which stores is carrying it. And we're just going to keep pushing, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. I'm going to take a break. I've been going all day. I'm tired. We're going to come with something new tomorrow. And every day, we're going to come with something new. Our goal is to build this thing up. Join my Instagram. I need 3,000 more people to hit that 200,000 mark. I want to celebrate. So y'all help me do that. And I'm going to pop some bottles when I hit that 200,000 mark. Y'all come on, pop bottles with me that night. I appreciate y'all. I'm gone.